Hey everyone, welcome to World of Fusion 360. In this video we're gonna design leveling scissor job, and it was requested by Akhilesh Prabhu through Instagram. Thanks for that, Mr. Akhilesh. And before getting started, let's get some overview about this. Yeah, the main purpose of this thing is to lift the loads, and this thing can lift load about 2 tons, that is 4000 lbs. Yeah, this is the part on which I will be putting the load, and with this socket will be rotating it, um, and the load lifts up. Let's get to know some parts of it. Yeah, lie down baby. And this is the screw. These are Acme screw threads, and this is the base pad on which it mounts, and it has 4 arms up, 2 on the upper, 2 on the bottom. And if you observe here, we got drive trunnion in here. Can you see that? Let me have a look at from. Yeah, that one there. Inside of that will be having threads, and it is the one which takes place in increasing the height of this job. And we are having stationery trunnion in here. You can see that, right? And if you carefully observe here, we got a bearing in here. This is the one which supports side thrusts. Yeah guys, those are the parts actually, and let's get started with design. Now dive into Fusion 360 for designing it. I'm gonna create a sketch on XY plane. Firstly, I'm gonna create the profile for the mounting bracket. As you have seen, I'm gonna create a rectangle. Switch to center rectangle in here. Original center, draw a rectangle. I'm gonna roughly place it, and D on the keyboard. Let the height of the rectangle be 55 mm and the width be 38 mm. You got it right? And now I just want to offset this rectangle. I just want to offset this rectangle inside. So give a value of negative 3.5 mm. Perfect. I would like to close this profile just like this. In that way I can separate this profile. And select this profile and press E on the keyboard. And the extrude distance be 55 mm. And the direction to be symmetric. Make sure that the measurement is whole length. Perfect. You got it guys. Now that we got the mounting bracket, we just need to provide the holes for this. I'm gonna create a sketch in here. I would like to draw a circle here. Let the area of the circle be 5 mm. And the distance between these two entities be 10. And same for these two. Instead of typing 10, I would like to click on this. It applies the same dimension for this one as a function. Perfect guys, now that it is fully constrained, I would like to mirror that circle to the other side. Select the circle and the mirror line be the y-axis. Perfect. Now set these two circles and press E on the keyboard. Extrude it to other side. Make sure that the operation is cut and click OK. Am I going too fast? I hope not. The bracket. We just need to fill it out the bracket. Press F on the keyboard and select these edges. This guy in here, and Fusion allows you to select through the body. This guy in here, and if you hover over to this here, you can pick the edges that are hidden. Perfect. I would like to grab this edge in here, and this one in here, and this one in here, and also this one in here. Let the fillet radius be 5 mm. Perfect guys, click OK. Now that we got mounting bracket, let's design the arms. We are going to design only one arm, and we are going to replicate that. Instead of creating new component for that, I would like to create all the bodies in here, and we'll be converting them into component when we are done. I hope you got me. Now I'm going to create a sketch on the same plane that we have created before. And now L on the keyboard, draw a line from this point, D on the keyboard, at the angle between this line and Z axis be 45 degrees. I'm not specifying the length of the line, I'm just leaving it like that. And now I'm gonna create a rectangle, and that to 3.1. Make sure that you select 3 point and draw a rectangle like this. Make sure that you draw parallel to this line. Yeah, I got parallel constraint automatically. If you don't get that, you can make parallel constraint after creating the rectangle using the constraints in here. I just have placed third point of my rectangle, and now I would like to roughly position it. Perfect. I want to specify that these two lines are symmetric with this one. Select those three and right click, and just right click and select symmetry. Perfect guys. And now the distance between this point and this line be 15 mm, and same goes for these two. Instead of typing 15, I would like to select this one. D on the keyboard, the length of this line be 180 mm, and the distance between these two lines be 30. Now that our sketch is fully constrained, I would like to draw almost a circle at this point. C on the keyboard, let the depth circle be 10 mm. Perfect. Select the profile including those circles. If you observe here, we just got projected this because of. Make sure that you select this profile also and press E on the keyboard. Let the extrude distance be up to this face. I'm just going to click on that face, and the direction to be symmetric. Change the distance to 15.4, or we can select directly new body in here. I did this because we need clearance between these two parts for better relative motion. You got me right? I'm gonna click OK. Now that we got that extrude, I'm gonna hide my sketch. And now press F on the keyboard, select these edges, this guy in here and this one in here. Perfect. And then the fillet radius be 15 mm. Perfect. Select shell and make sure that you disable tangent chain. That way we can select the faces with freedom. Select these three faces and the thickness be 3 mm. Beautiful fillet. And there we go, we got beautiful shell there. It's time to produce the holes. Enable the sketch again and select the whole profile. This one also. Select the whole profiles and press E on the keyboard. Let the extrude distance be up to this face. Make sure that it is symmetric. In that way it will cut both sides. Perfect guys. If you observe here, we just want this face to be offset about 15 mm. Press E on the keyboard. Just drag it until we get 15. Now that we got these two bodies, I'm just going to create a bush for these holes. I'm going to create a bush for the arm and mounting plate. For that, I'd like to enable my sketch. Edit the sketch. And now draw one more circle of 10 mm. Perfect. Select this profile. We are not going to select this profile now. We'll select it later. Now select the profile and press E on the keyboard. Let the extrude length be up to this space and make sure that the direction be symmetric and the distance be 12.3. In that way it will have some clearance. You got me right? Now that we got it perfectly, hide the sketch and I'd like to duplicate this one for the lower arm. I'd like to select body 3 and press C and press Ctrl C and Ctrl V. Just carefully observe now guys. I'm gonna click on set pivot. I would like to enable this sketch 3. In that way I can set my pivot at this point. You got me right? Perfect. After you click on that point, check this green tick mark. In that way it accepts the manipulator. And now orient the way you want. I would like to orient it about 180 degrees in X angle. And $180 in Z angle. Perfect. Now that we got it oriented correctly, but if you observe here, they are intersecting. We just need to figure out whether we need to keep this out or in. For this scenario, I would like to keep it out. Hold Ctrl and select these two faces and press Q on the keyboard and the offset distance be 3 mm. Because we need that clearance, I'm gonna offset it about 3.5 mm. Perfect. And grab these two guys in here and press Q again and the offset distance be negative 3.5 mm. Perfect guys, you got it. Hide the sketch. And now if you have observed the model which I have shown in the beginning, we have Trunnion here, which is drive actually. I'm going to place the drive here. We can create one more sketch or we can edit this one. Instead of editing this one, I would like to create one more sketch for creating the Trunnion profile. I would like to reference that geometry for this one. See on the keyboard. If you observe here, we are unable to select that because we need to project that geometry into this sketch. In that way we can use it. Press P on the keyboard, select this circle and click OK. Now hide the sketch 3 and press C on the keyboard Let the circle die be 26 mm. Select this face and press E on the keyboard. Extrude it up to this face and make sure that the direction is symmetric and the distance be minus 12.3. You got me right? Perfect guys. Click OK. Now that we got Trunnion, we just need to provide the hole in Z direction. In that way we will be inserting the screw inside that. Alright, let's do that. Create a sketch on XY plane. I would like to hide the upper and lower arms. Press L on the keyboard. Draw a horizontal line just like this and select the line and press X on the keyboard for making it into construction. C on the keyboard, draw a circle at the midpoint of that line. Let the circle be 12 mm. Actually the screw thread is M14, but we are creating this M12 and while threading we'll convert it to the actual value. You got me right? Select the profile and press E on the keyboard and extend type to all. In that way it will cut all the way through the trunnion. Click OK. And now press S on the keyboard, search for thread. Here it is. Select this face. Make sure that you got the threads and the thread type to be screw threads and the size be 5 by 18. Leave all the defaults and check. Remember, we are going to use these all parameters once again. Then click OK. We got cosmetic threads. We'll convert them into modeled when we finish with this thing. I'm gonna enable my body 5 and body 3. And now it's time to mirror out these bodies that we got. I'm gonna select mirror under create. Select these bodies including the bush. Make sure that the type be bodies and select them once again guys. Pick this one and the mirror plane be XY. Perfect. Now that we got those components mirrored, let's create the base pad. Create a sketch. I'm going to draw a rectangle roughly, just like this. And I wanna set the horizontal constraint with the horizon, and the length of the rectangle be 165 mm and the height be 35 mm and the distance between these two entities be 10 mm. Now that the sketch is fully constrained, press P on the keyboard, select this one also. In that way we can create the holes when we finish this thing. Select the profiles including the holes. If you are unable to select the profile, just you can hold left mouse button and you can pick the desired selection. Yeah, let's try that. Hold the left mouse button and hover over to the entities that we got, and here we have the profile that we need. Select that one and press E on the keyboard. Let the extrude length be 100 mm. and the direction to be symmetric, the measurement be hole length. Perfect. Change the operation type to new body. Perfect guys. And now create a sketch on this face. But before that, I would like to hide all the bodies except the mounting plate and the base pad. Click on isolate and enable body 1, that is mounting bracket. Create a sketch. Now just draw this profile roughly guys. And now I want the midpoint of that line horizontal about this point. Let the length of this line be 65 mm and the distance between these two lines be 26 mm. The distance between these 2 points be 3 mm, and just apply the horizontal constraint between these 2 points. In that way they fully constrain. Select the profile by double clicking. Select mirror and the mirror line be z-axis. Select these 2 profiles and press E on the keyboard. Extrude all the way down. Click OK. We need to shell this body. Click on shell. Select these 3 faces and the shell thickness be 3.5 mm and click enter. We need to cut this material in this direction also. Create a sketch on YZ plane. Now draw this profile roughly. If you observe here, it got snapped to this point in here. I would like to delete this constraint between these and just drag it up out, and the distance between these 2 points be 5 mm and apply horizontal constraint for the other point. In that way they fully constrain. Now draw lines to close the profile, or you can project the entities. Now that we got these 2 profiles, just select them and press E on the keyboard. Let the direction be symmetric and the extent be all. Perfect. Make sure that you are cutting only body 11. Click OK. Press F on the keyboard. Select this guy, and this one. Let the fillet radius be 50 mm. Click on this plus icon to add new selection set. Pick these 4 edges and including the inside ones. Let the fillet radius be 30 mm. Perfect. Now add one more selection set. Select these edges down here. Hold Ctrl while selecting the edges. And the fillet radius be 2.5 mm. Perfect guys, click OK to take all the fillets that we have created. And now we need to create the holes for base pad. Sketch 6, just enable the sketch 6 and select the circles and press E on the keyboard. extrude them all the way. Oops, we just forgot to select this face. Perfect. And select the direction to be symmetric and click OK. And isolate the body. Perfect. Now that we got that base pad and all bodies enabled, create a sketch on front plane, create a sketch on this plane and press L on the keyboard. Draw a line of length 35 mm and create a rectangle. I'm going to draw a rectangle roughly and select coincident constraint and hold the shift on the keyboard. Select the midpoint of the rectangle, select the point in here. Perfect. D on the keyboard, the length of the rectangle be 28 mm and the height be 24 mm. Offset the rectangle about -4 mm. Actually that has to be inside, +4 is fine. Extend the lines that we have did before and select the profile, press E on the keyboard, let the extrude length be 24 mm. Make sure that the direction be symmetric and the measurement be whole length. Perfect. And now I'm gonna create a sketch on this face. For easy drawing the sketch, I would like to orient my view like this and press C on the keyboard. I would like to roughly position the circle. Let the diameter of the circle be 14 mm and apply the horizontal and vertical constraints holding the shift. Perfect. Now that the sketch is fully constrained, select the circle profile, but before selecting it I would like to isolate all the bodies by finishing my sketch. And that way it won't join to the other bodies. Enable the sketch, select the profile and press E on the keyboard. Let the extrude length be 380 mm. Make sure that the operation is join. Perfect. Now unisolate the body. Perfect. And now press S on the keyboard, search for thread like we did before. Select this face and it removed all the details and it applied. I would like to customize the thread, applying only certain portion of the surface. Thus I would like to disable the full length, and in length I would like to set it full, but for offset let the distance be 50 mm. Let's check whether it is, yeah, let's make it 60. Yeah, it seems good now. Click OK to take that. You observe here the threads are from this portion only, because this is a stationery trunnion, thus we don't need the threads inside of it. If we have those, it won't operate well. Perfect. Hide the sketch. And now I would like to import the bearing for thrust. Make sure that you're online. In that way you can get option called make master car component under insert. Select that and search for 5169 N22 And this is the bearing that we want. So select product detail, switch to 3D step and select download. The bearing got imported. Just orient it. And make sure you capture position and click OK. Select joint in here. Pick this point and this point in here. Just flip it. Now if you observe here, it is intersecting with the socket. Just adjust the position, that way there is little clearance between them. Yeah, this looks fine. And make sure that there is clearance between these two also. Yeah, there is clearance. Perfect, and click OK. Now I would like to create one more sketch in here. For that I need to offset my plane. Select offset plane, and I would like to offset this one instead of going to select the actual plane. Place the plane roughly having certain distance from the trunnion. Make sure that it is not intersecting with the trunnion. That seems good. Select the plane and create a sketch. Before creating the circle, I would like to project the actual maximum diameter in here. For that, select P and select the profile. Good. C on the keyboard. Draw a circle of 20 mm. Select the profile and press C on the keyboard. Let the extrude length be 2 mm. There are chances that the screw can escape, but with this washer it can't escape through stationery Trunnion. Perfect. Now that we got everything, we just need something to be filled in, that is the hardware and the bushes in here. Firstly, we would like to create the bushes. Enable the sketch. Now I would like to edit the sketch. C on the keyboard. Draw a circle of 10 mm. Repeat the same on this side also. Make those equal. Select the profile of both and the extent be this face. Make sure that the direction is symmetric and the distance be 15.8. Perfect. Now that we got the bushes, it's time for setting up the hardware. First things first, enable the sketch in here. Yeah, this seems good. And now select this profile and press E on the keyboard. Extrude it all the way up to here and make sure that it is near body and the direction be symmetric. Perfect. Click OK and isolate that body created. Create a sketch again on this face. C on the keyboard. Let the diameter of the circle be 10 mm. Select this profile and this one. Press E on the keyboard. Let the extrude length be 2 mm. Perfect. Make sure that it is joined. Click OK. Select this edge and press F on the keyboard. Let the fillet radius be 1.5. Good. Create one more sketch in here. C on the keyboard, or I would like to project this edge. Select the edge and press P on the keyboard. Now that the edge got projected, select these two profiles and press E on the keyboard. Let the extrude length be 4 mm. Make sure that it is joined, and now select this edge. Press F on the keyboard. Let the fillet radius be 2 mm. Click OK. Now that we got the hardware there, and I select all the components. Yeah, it's good. Hide the sketch 3 and yeah, it looks good. Now I would like to select this profile there. Instead of hiding all those, I would like to left mouse click for a long time until I get this dialog box, and now hover over to all the options that you got. If you hover over to profile, it is getting highlighted. Select that and press E again. Extrude it all the way up to here and make sure that it is new body, and the extent be distance is fine, and the direction be symmetric. Click OK, and now isolate the body that we got. Press C on the keyboard. Draw a circle of 26 mm. Select the 4 faces and press E on the keyboard. Let the extrude distance be 1.5 mm. Make sure that it is joined. Click OK. I would like to mirror this feature instead of creating sketch again and creating the extrude again. A lot of work there. But here's the trick. You can mirror that feature. Select the type to features and select the extrude that we have created before and the mirror plane. Boom. You're good. And if you observe here, we'll be having Trunnion here, right? And also the screw. These two are getting intersected. Thus we need to separate these two. In that way there won't be any conflict, right? Enable the sketch again. Select the profile. Press E on the keyboard. Make sure that it is symmetric. The distance to whole length. And the extrude distance be 16 mm. Perfect. Now that it won't intersect with the screw, yeah, if you observe here, there is a clearance between them, just a little bit, but that's okay. Unisolate components. Now that we got it there, now we need to create the hardware here. Just enable the sketch that belongs to this one. That is the one. Now select the profile. Left mouse click long time and select the profile and press E on the keyboard. Extrude it all the way to here and the direction be symmetric. And the operation be new body. Perfect. And isolate the component. Isolate the component. Isolate the body and then create a sketch. C on the keyboard. The die be 10. Select the profiles and press E on the keyboard. Let the distance be 3 mm and press F on the keyboard. Let the fillet radius be 1.5. Repeat the same on the other side, but having of but the extrude distance of 4 mm, and the fillet radius be 1.75. And now select the body, and now we got all the hardware. We just need to mirror it. Select mirror under create. Make sure that the type be bodies. Select these three, and because of that extrude cut in here, this body got separated into two. Make sure that you grab the other one. The mirror plane be this. Yeah, looks awesome. Now hide the joint. I would like to create this circles here, in that way I can extrude. So we can insert the handle there, that is the socket for driving it. Create a sketch, see on the keyboard, let the dive the circle be 10 mm. Apply constraints. Let the distance between these 2 points be 12 mm. Select the profile and press E on the keyboard. Extrude it all the way to here. But before doing that, I would like to edit my sketch, and I would like to create a arc. I would like to create a 3-point arc. Starting point be this one, and the ending point be this one, and third point be this one, and the midpoint be this one. Make sure that you apply horizontal constraint for these 2 points. Yeah, the distance between these two be 3 mm. And now we got profile there. Perfect. Instead of creating one more extrude, I would like to edit this one and enable the sketch. Select these two profiles. That way the extrude will be included in the previous one. Perfect, guys, you did a great job. And this is how you can design the leveling scissor job. Mr. Akhilesh, thanks for requesting this video. I hope you liked it.